I'm probably older than most of you in here. In fact, I started teaching before most of you were born. I teach in a school district in South Jersey. In a few minutes, I'm going to show you a few quick slides to make sure everybody understands where I'm from. That's my school, built a WPA project. Try wiring that place. It's insane. They built that like a fortress. You don't see buildings like they are. Bottom walls are 10 feet thick. I think they originally. Now, just as the added joke, I am from Exit 1. Anybody from New Jersey, you go by your exit. I don't care who you are. But originally I'm from South Philly, so you'll see a little bit of that coming out. I have to show you one more slide. I did not date him. People in my town, when they were in the interview, yes, they dated Bruce. Bruce was actually born, but he actually lived down the street from the school you saw there in a second. So I thought I threw him up there. And there's one more slide. She signed all my paperwork so I could come here. So this is the principal, and I said I wouldn't mention her. Now the vice principal annoyed me, so he's not getting it. Now, what happened was this. I had to go in for an operation in the middle of the year, and I thought, well, we all get stuck in this mood where you have to teach kids everything, and I thought, well, let me do something a little bit different. I spent one day showing the kids how the blocks play together, and then I sat back. I handed them some ideas, because with middle schoolers, you still have to give them ideas. They really have been in tune. And what happened was this. I was shocked at where they started working on their own. They would only call me when they needed me. They would only bother, well, not unless they bothered me. They would only come to me when they couldn't figure out something, and they just wanted a couple of ideas. I was shocked at what was happening. I was getting more done by laying back, not being the focus of the classroom, just floating around the classroom, and I apologize for that term. And they would say, hey, Mr. Jones, can I talk to you for a second? Or if I was over with somebody, they would come over to help. They'd come over and say, hey, listen, how do you do this? I have, and the reason I'm showing you some of the kids, I actually have kids who are, and I don't mean this in a rather weird way, is that I have kids who have been, I've taught kids who are murderers to kids who are now for command with the Navy. That's the type of kid I have. And I'm shocked at what you can get out of me. I spent 10 days out of school during this marking period. I would call up periodically. But when I came back, a couple of weird things happened. Number one, everything I asked to have done, these kids did it. The other problem was, it was shocking, was that the substitute would sweep. And I'm not exaggerating. She literally slept during the class. And I heard that, and I asked kids, guys, why'd you let her sleep? They said, we didn't need her. and I'm not exaggerating. Until finally, that's one of the little girls who did the A is for apple, B. She did that for my wife, because my wife taught her in first grade. And she did a little program to help the kids do letters. And that was and I promised I'd throw her picture up there. Football games came out there. I was shocked. Elaborate football games. I had baseball games. One of the baseball games that came up there was shocked that they actually had the players moving around by based on. And I didn't go in there and say, oh, you want to do variables, you want to do, and of course you know little boy did that. You want to do variables. They wanted to know how to do the score. And I said, well, you guys have been working with that for years, variables. I went, is that what you use this for? And they started throwing it in there. They worked on an elaborate, these three I wanted to show them that they're, they could be a little bit rough to handle. But they worked on this elaborate thing about anti-drug. I didn't tell them to do it. They did it on their own. I couldn't do it justice. The little girl also decided after she did that she was going to do something with flags. I'm shocked. I mean, I'm out for 10 days. I'm expecting, if any of you ever taught in middle school, you ever leave a bunch of 8th graders alone? They go nuts when a substitute's there. But I thought the highest compliment, this group did a whole bunch of stuff on the math concepts they did in pre-algebra. 3 girls worked together. Shocked at that. And again, I'll be honest with you, I felt useless a little bit, but how can you be out for 10 days and you get more work out of somebody than if you're standing there? I don't know what's going on here. Jacob, the only problem he had was that how does he make the blood squirt? We finally got there. And my next slide is this. That is my cave. I've been in that same room for almost 40 years. And I just thought I'd show it. And we're trying, we would love to get away from that, but other teachers come in and use it, and we're stuck with it.